Hello YouTube, Trevor here with PegCitySales, part-time reseller of anything thrift store, garage sale related. I like to go to thrift stores, garage sales, sometimes even retail arbitrage, find things at a discounted price and flip them on platforms like eBay, Etsy, Amazon, Poshmark, and locally on Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji. This past weekend here in Canada, it was Thanksgiving. So with that, my family and I went back to Ontario, where I'm originally from, and spent some time with my parents. During that time, we had a little bit of time to do some thrift store activity on Saturday. There wasn't much available for us, but we were able to find one. And at the same time, I also found out that I have some items, well, I knew this, but I have some items left at home from when I was growing up. I was a big collector of sports stuff, video games, just like all kids are. And they've all been sitting back at home. So slowly, I've been going through tubs, bringing them back home, going through them, and flipping online what I could that had any value. So I want to go through one of those tubs with you today, as well as share with you some of the things we bought when we were there. So let's look at what we got. So when we were first there, Friday night, I Googled online to see what we had for thrift store options, and I saw one Salvation Army downtown Dryden. Dryden is a very small place, maybe 7,000 people if we're lucky. When I was growing up, it was a little bigger, but it has definitely decreased in size since I left about 15 years ago. So we went downtown Saturday morning to find the Salvation Army, and unfortunately it was closed. But my partner looked across the street and saw that there was another kind of mom and pa type thrift store. So we went in there, and all I was able to find was these two cassette tape sets, both factory sealed, never been opened. The lady said $8 for both. I was more than happy to jump on that. I looked up this 2-pack set, the Max sells on Amazon, and they're great price point. I think they're coming in around $50, and they're only ranked number 4 on electronics. So these will sell pretty much as soon as they get to Amazon. I'm going to be doing up a shipment later this week. Hopefully get those out and get those sold pretty quick. And these as well. So I'm saying $4 a pop, so 4 to 50. And these ones, there wasn't anything on Amazon, but looking at current listings on eBay, I came in at about $52 for this pack of 15 unopened. So again, between the both, about $100 in sale price there. Probably bringing home about 60, 70 bucks after fees between the two of them for $8 in. So not bad. Shortly thereafter, we went down the street to Starbucks. One thing I always grab, and if you followed me on Instagram, you'll see that I've grabbed these in the past. Even at full price, if I ever see a studded cup, I always jump on these. I've been doing that for over a year now. This 2021 fluorescent pink venti cup, they're going for $30 a piece right now in Canada, $28.95. I grabbed all 4 that the Dryden Starbucks had. Reason being, there's not a lot of meat on the bones if you sell them right now. But I list them immediately at $75 on eBay. I expect those to sit there for at least 6 months. But by spring of next year, those will start moving on Poshmark and eBay at probably right around that price point. And then locally, if someone asks me for $60, I take it. So shorter hold, but with retail arbitrage, I'm not afraid to do that, knowing that I can turn this potentially $120. I think it was $128 after taxes, into anywhere of $300 gross to even upwards of $240 net of fees. So nothing wrong with that. So now that I've showed you everything I bought over the weekend, which wasn't a lot, here's some things I found when I was at home. So this old vintage I think it's Playmates or yeah, Playmates toy, 1990. You'll see 13-inch Bebop figure. He's missing his gun accessory, which the gun accessory alone goes for like $100, which I get. It's hard to keep that when you're a kid. I did play with mine. I did have the Leonardo as well, but I believe I gave that to my nephew a long time ago. He liked Ninja Turtles, but I did hold on to the Bebop. The Bebop alone without the accessory can go upwards of $200. So that's where I did list it at on eBay. You'll see my listing. I'll put it up on the screen here. I already got one follower pretty quickly on this, so we'll see where that goes. No rush to sell this at much lower than that. I am very happy keeping this. This is something from my childhood that I have cherished a long time, but definitely $200 is better than it sitting on my counter. Next thing here is this Spalding LeBron James Cavaliers jersey. I believe this came out in or near his rookie season. One sold recently on eBay for about $53, so I put a listing out for $52. Definitely open to taking offers on that, so we'll see how that goes. And then we got here, don't want that to fall off the table, Tiger Electronic handheld game shootout hockey with Wayne Gretzky and Brett Hall. I am going to test this again, but it should be fine. I have already listed it, but I will test it, and if it's not working, I will adjust it. I probably should have done that before listing it, but I was just excited to get it listed. So last time I played it a few years ago, it did work, but I always want to make sure of that. Listed at $30, and I will definitely be open to offers on that as well. And lastly here, or not lastly, but next here we have this set of 1997 Upper Deck McDonald's Ice hockey cards. This is the base set 1 through 40, along with the prize cards on the back, and I believe that's also the checklist. I actually taped this sealed when I was a kid back in '98. I would have been 14 years old, so this hasn't been open since then. There was a lot on eBay, quite a few variety of listings, so I just listed somewhere in the middle at about $32 Canadian. We'll see where that goes as well. Next, we have this hardcover Michael Jordan book, Driven from Within. It's in pretty good condition. I think I read it once. There's a little smudge here on the back, but I'm actually going to send that to Amazon. Pretty decent listing, I believe in the 40,000s. And it's going for $26, so I'll just send that to Amazon, get that out of my inventory here at home, and see that should be moved pretty quickly. And two other jerseys I did bring back in this tub that I've already gone through. This Eastern Conference 1996 vintage NHL All-Star jersey. If you follow me before I guess back in August, I brought a tub of just jerseys home, and those are flying out pretty quick. I expect this one to move too. One thing I did notice, there's always going to be some light pilling, which is fine. A little bit of stain there, but that's just from, I was a kid when I was wearing this. But this was the one unfortunate thing. This one has a hole in the, there it is. This one has a hole in the armpit about an inch wide, maybe not even an inch. I did disclose that on the listing. The black and purple Western Conference one that I sold already, I think I listed that at $152 and I got an offer for $125. That one sold immediately. Because of the hole on this one, I did list this at $125. It still is a difficult jersey to get your hands on. So I listed it at the offer I took last time, and because of the hole, and I'm definitely expecting to take an offer on that. If I can get 100, happy. Even 80 to 100, I'll be happy with that. And then next jersey I took was this vintage Toronto Maple Leafs Curtis Joseph's sewn jersey. This is the CCM version. He spent about, I believe, 4 years from 1999 to 03. I got this one right after he came on board. I was a big Curtis Joseph jersey, following him from the Oilers to the Leafs. So I picked up all his jerseys. I do have the blue one as well. It's unfortunately not in this tub. Good size for a jersey. It's a double extra large. Listed this one already as well. There is some light discoloration on the nameplate there because I did have it hanging up on my wall as a kid as well. So just sun exposure, that's going to happen just from age. I did list this one at $153 Canadian, and of course open to best offer as well, but we'll see where that one goes. So everything that I've showed you so far is what I have gone through and listed since we got home yesterday. That's a minor dent in the tub. I am going to show you what's left in the tub that I haven't really gone through, tested, or listed yet. A couple things I will point out. There is a Nintendo 64, a PlayStation, and a Sega Genesis. My family has already stated to me that they would like to keep those. So we will see. Most likely I will be keeping those for right now until they decide they don't want them anymore. And I'm going to let them pick which games they want to keep as well. But I will show you everything, and we'll go from there and see what it's going to look like. So I've already laid everything out that was in this tub. Love to bring more than one home at a time, but you know, when there's 4 of you and you're coming home and you have one car. There's not a lot of extra room sometimes, so doing this one tab at a time. Hopefully at Christmas time I'll be able to get another one. But as mentioned already, these are the 3 systems that came with us this time. Let's come down here. We got the Nintendo 64. I want to clean that up a little bit, but it does work. Last time I played it only a couple years ago, so that one should be fine. Got 2 original controllers that came with it. Have the Sega Genesis with the 1 controller and the original PlayStation. This I will sell if there's anything. It's just a DVD player. Even if it's 10 bucks, whatever, I'll list it. I don't mind. I always charge shipping on top, so 10 bucks is better than nothing. The 4 games that we have here for the 64, NFL Quarterback Club, probably not a big game, but these ones do have some value. I didn't look up Mario Golf or Mario Tennis yet, but Donkey Kong 64 cartridge only goes for about $40. So that one is one. I already talked to my family. They probably don't want to keep that one, but I know they'll want to keep Mario Golf and Mario Tennis. And if they do want to keep Donkey Kong, that's fine as well. And then outside of that, we do have a PlayStation memory card here. I will list this. I'll have to look this up still, but I'm thinking probably 10-15 bucks for the memory card. This Sony Discman, I use this all through high school. I will be listing this as well. Still have to look up some of these values. Like I said, I haven't looked up anything here. I just wanted to share with you guys, and obviously you'll see in later videos or on my Instagram kind of what these sell for as they move. So we have that. And then for PlayStation games, I unfortunately as a kid was a big sports game enthusiast, so I don't have a lot of great reselling videos for, you know, my Sega or my PlayStation, but I do have some that, you know, I can lot together and move them anyways. But we have Warzone, Knockout Kings, Cool Borders 3, NHL 99, TNN Hardcore, Supercross, and Test Drive. So again, nothing big there. I'll probably just lot all these up and sell them as a one chunk if my family doesn't want to keep those. Cool things here, these don't really sell for big money, but usually about $25-30 each. Got the Texas Instruments Speak and Spell and the Speak and Math. I had these from when I was a kid. Again, have to test these, make sure they work. But again, then I'll list them for about $25-30 a pop. As for, we have one computer game here, NBA Live 05. Probably isn't going to sell for very much. I made some of these games, like the computer ones here, NHL 97. I'm just going to donate those. Those aren't worth much time. And since there's only 2 of them, you can't really lot them together. Sega games, I'll see what my family wants to keep, and if there's enough to lot, I will lot them up. If not, they'll get donated. NHL 97, World Championship Soccer 2, NBA Jam, Sports Jeopardy, NBA Action 95, NHL 96, Mortal Kombat cartridge only, Sega Sports Primetime, starring Barry Sanders, or Deion Sanders, sorry, I wish Barry Sanders. Sports Talk Football 93, NBA Action 94. That box is a little broken down, but NHL All-Stars 95, NFL Football 94, and Mario Lemieux Hockey. The nice thing is, I was really diligent about always keeping my games intact, so everything here should be complete. I got manuals, got cartridge. I didn't really ever get rid of anything. And if there's some games that had, a lot of them may still, maybe not a lot of them, but some of them should still actually have their inserts as well if there was an insert. I'll have to look at a couple of those. So that's good there. I don't mind that. We had a VHS rewinder. I don't know where I got that from. It's pretty dirty. I have to go through all that. And again, some more PC games that I'll probably just donate. Just some old stuff here. It's got some Topps hockey stickers. Again, I think I bought this because Curtis Joseph was on there. I was a huge Curtis Joseph fan. That old Amazing Spider-Man comic. Boston Red Sox commemorative issue from their 04 World Series. We got a 2006 draft preview, Hockey News. Too bad it wasn't the year before when Crosby was drafted, but I don't know, probably get 10, 15 bucks for that. Got an 06 Dwayne Wade Slam issue, and Brian Urlacher Muscle and Fitness magazine from 06. So 06, I would have been 22 there. So I don't know, if might be some Bears fans out there that want to have something like that. So I'll probably list all those magazines about 10, 15 bucks a pop. Did find some Pogs. Now I did look at them before I grabbed them. They are all purple backs, so that's good. Again, as where the Pog market is these days, as long as they're the actual real Pogs, purple back, red backs, going back, dating myself there, those could still move for, decent money. I'm guessing probably 35, 40 bucks for that tube right there. And then I got some old vintage Sports Shot Scholastic books, the Don Mattingly, but the Michael Jordan one's probably the one that will have any meat on it, maybe 10 bucks, 15 bucks. And what else we got in here? Grand Slam Edition Tiger Woods 2001, the year of the Tiger. I have no idea if that has any value, but I'm going to be doing some research on that. This I'm going to keep. I'm a huge Derek Jeter fan. I read this book probably 10 times when I was a kid. I got it from my parents for Christmas in year 2000. This will never be sold. That one's going up on my shelf. An old remote. I sell remotes all the time. I'll list that one probably around 10 bucks, see where that goes. It's a little Boston Red Sox bear there. Some old pucks. Hartford Whalers. This one actually, these both I believe are vintage. I believe the Florida Panthers one, that's the old original logo, and I got that at the same time as I got this Hartford Whalers one. And then this was kind of cool too. This newspaper I bought the day Gretzky retired, so April 25th, 1999. Not sure if anyone's gonna want that. I'm sure there's a collector out there. I'll do a little bit more research on that one and see where we go. And then what's left in the tubs is just I have to go through that, obviously, just a bunch of cords and stuff for the consoles. So we'll see what we got here. Not a bad tub. Like I said, no huge home run items. I'm not pulling out any Zelda games or Super Mario. Oh, a little bit on the N64, but no major Zelda games or anything like that, or big name games from the Sega Genesis that's going to make a lot of money. But we'll see what we got. Probably depending if we keep the consoles or not, but even without the consoles, probably a couple $100 of inventory here, and not listing the consoles. So not bad. I'll take that for technically free inventory any day. All right, so I've shared with you everything that I brought home from driving this past weekend. Not a bad weekend considering I wasn't going to find an inventory or really going to do any sourcing. So based on the things that I've already showed you that were out of the tubs, the 2 jerseys, the Bebop, the basketball, the Starbucks cups, based on everything I've pulled from the tubs as well as the things that I've sourced, I'm looking about a little over $1,000 in listed inventory that's already been placed out there available, minus obviously the two cassette set from Maxell and the Jordan book that are going to Amazon. Those will be listed and sent off. But if I include those, knowing the values, etc., already over $1,000 in inventory based on that. Of course, this weekend, because a lot of this stuff was free, I only spent $8 at the thrift store, and then I spent $128 at Starbucks. So $136 invested, listed a bunch of free stuff as well, but I got already over $1,000. And then depending on what we find out of that tub, I'm going to take this week and do some, definitely do some research on what I have there and look at the consoles, let my family decide what they want to keep from those consoles or not. We could have anywhere from maybe $200 upwards of $600 in inventory there. So if we come out of that weekend with $1,500, $1,200, I know at least $1,000 in listed inventory, should be able to get about $600-$700 easily in profit, if not more. So not a bad weekend. Very happy about that. Back at it this week. I'm going to be doing some thrifting. Maybe later today. I have a bit of a quiet day. And then just keep going from there. It is a short week here in Canada because we had Monday off. So do some thrifting later today. I'll definitely bring you along on those. But I want to just do a little short video here on what I was able to bring back. And we'll see where that goes. I will keep you updated on what sells. Follow me on Instagram if you want. You'll see those sales a lot faster there. and then we'll go from there. So subscribe, hit like, let me know what you think of the video if you want to see more like these. I'll be going back to Dryden more often. Anytime my parents come here, they'll bring a tub. I'll always do an unpacking of that and just show you guys what there is and what I had as a kid, and hopefully bring a little more revenue to reinvest back in the business. So thank you again for your time. Have a great day.